Welcome to the Learning Lab class, Local News with NewsBank. My name is Melissa, and I'm one of the Adult and Teen Services librarians at the Arcadia Public Library. We're going to be taking a look at the resource NewsBank and talk about what the resource is, how to access it, and what information you might be able to find in this resource. So let's get started. So what is NewsBank? NewsBank is a database that provides access to newspapers on a local and national level. The resource has a comprehensive collection of reliable news sources covering a wide variety of topics and issues. The Arcadia Public Library also offers links from our website that go directly to the Arcadia Weekly and Pasadena Star News, as these are the local newspapers of interest for our community. So there's three main points of entry for the Arcadia Public Library patrons from our website. To get to the links for the resource, we can start on our homepage, which is this arcadiaca.gov/library. You can navigate to our online resources by selecting that option in the blue buttons down here on the bottom. And we're just looking for that online resources button. You can also access the e-resources page directly by going to arcadiaca.gov/e-resources. And then once you're on this e-resources page, you're going to want to scroll down the page and come down to this magazines and newspapers section. And you just click on the header to expand the section. Now, as I mentioned, we have three links in this section that will take you to different parts of the database NewsBank. And we do this mostly to save you the trouble of having to create an advanced search for specific publications of local interest. You do need to click on the link from our website to access these resources from the library or from home, as they are unique to our library. So if you're at the library, the resources will log you in automatically. But if you're accessing these resources from home, you're going to be prompted to enter your library card barcode. And this barcode is all the letters and the numbers on the back of your card, starting with PARC000. So within this magazines and newspaper section, let me just show you the three links. So we have America's News, we have Arcadia Weekly, and then if I scroll down the page a little bit more, we have the Pasadena Star News collection. And we're going to be looking at all of these individually. So I'm going to go back up to the top and we're going to look at America's News. America's News is the general portal and it'll take you to the main part of NewsBank. So let's go ahead and get logged in. So I've clicked on the link, and because I'm not at the library, it's going to have me log in with my library card information. So I'm going to enter that and then I will meet you on the landing page. So I went ahead and entered my library card barcode and clicked login, and here I am on the home page of America's News. So on this landing page, you're able to do a basic search, which is right here in the middle. And it searches all of their resources, and it has suggested topics below, which are great for researching things like school projects and more. And we're going to be taking a look at searching and browsing more in depth using each of these portals in an upcoming video in this class series. So let's just take a look at some of the different parts of the homepage for America's News. So on the top, you have that search bar, like I mentioned, where you can perform a basic search for a keyword, a topic, a name, or event. And then below that, there's additional search options that we'll look at in a minute. Below that are some suggested topics, which are put together by the NewsBank editorial team, which, as I mentioned, are great for class projects, student research papers, and the like. And if you click on a topic heading, you'll get additional specific topics within that genre of topic. If you click on one of the hyperlink topics, it's going to bring you a search result for that topic that you can add additional search terms to and limiters to on the left-hand side. So it has performed that search for you, and then the left-hand side is where you can limit it, and your search results are in the middle. Again, we're going to be taking a closer look at all of this in an upcoming video. So I'm going to go back to the home page just by clicking back, and we'll take a look at the rest of the things on this landing page. So there is up top under the basic search some more advanced search options. When you click on these, it brings you to the advanced search page. All three of them will bring you to the same page. And we'll be talking about how to build an advanced search in an upcoming video, but just so that you're familiar with what this page looks like. Now back on the home page, let's just talk about the quick links over here on the right-hand side. There's quick links for special reports, hot topics, and daily headlines and lesson plans. If you hover over the link before you click it, it will give you a pop-up description about what each item is. So special reports are additional topics organized by theme that are on timely topics based on current interests. Hot topics are a similar list, but these focus more on research topics and are broken into different genres by month. And then finally, there's daily headlines and lesson plans, which is an excellent resource for teachers. This compiles the headlines for the top stories on a daily basis and provides lesson plans that meet educational standards for each headline. So let's just take a quick pop into each of these just to see what they look like. So special reports, we'll open in a new tab and it will show me their featured reports on a variety of topics. So if I head back, let's take a look at hot topics. This is a similar sort of compiling of topics, but just in a different format. And up at the top, you can select the month. So back in July, they had their own current events, and then they break it into the same genres. So you can just see what was happening month to month. And then if we head back one more time to the home page, the daily headlines and lesson plans, you can view all of the lesson plans and you can also view a headlines archive. They'll all be listed here. It'll be for today. So it will always be the current day when you come in here to look at it, and then you can go back to the archive to select different days by entering a date here or just browsing. Okay, back on the homepage, there is also, if I scroll down the page on the right-hand side, there are these blue buttons that are collections of different resources within the database based on publication or geographic grouping. So for example, this is another way to gain easy access to the Arcadia Weekly publication, but you could also do a search in the Los Angeles Metro collection. This particular collection, when I click on it, gives me a list of the publications that are within this collection and allows me to search for my news topic, my keyword or name just within this collection. So this is a pretty handy set of quick links, and we'll be talking about it more in depth, how to search in our upcoming videos. So these are all of the different newspapers and resources that are within the LA Metro collection. And I can do the search right up top here, and I will be searching these newspapers specifically. So let's head back to the library e-resources page and we'll take another look at the other two links in that portal. So I'm going to close this, and now I'm back on that Arcadia Public Library e-resources page. So I'm going to scroll down here and we're going to take a look at Arcadia Weekly. So this is the second link to NewsBank that is on the library website, and it goes directly to this local paper. So if I click on this link, I'm going to need to log in and enter my library card information again to gain access to the resource. So that link took us directly to the publications page where you can search and browse just this publication directly. So you'll notice that this homepage looks very different from the America's News homepage. Because this is just for one specific resource. And I know that because I'm looking at the top here and it says Arcadia Weekly, and it gives me the dates that it's available and the format that it's available. So there's a couple different ways that I can access the newspaper. You can do a search if you're looking for something specific by clicking in the search bar and entering a search. You can also browse recent issues, which will be hyperlinked right up here at the top. And you can also browse by date below in the calendar format. Okay, so that's the homepage for the Arcadia Weekly publication. I'm going to go back to the library website and we're going to take a quick look at the Pasadena Star News collection. So on that same e-resources page, I can get to the Pasadena Star News collection by clicking on this link. And because I just logged in for the other one, it's retained my information and it just popped me right in here. But sometimes you might be asked again to enter your library card barcode information. This link works in a similar way to the Arcadia Weekly, but it's slightly different in that we have a couple different versions of the Pasadena Star News available to you because we have 3 different versions of it. So we have this top one, which is just text. That's the format. The second one is going to be an image. And then this third one is the web edition, which is in text form. So for certain publications like Arcadia Weekly, we have full text access, but we don't necessarily have image access. That's not the case with the Pasadena Star News. We do have this image format available for the newspaper. So you can see the newspaper format as it is in print. That's not always available, but sometimes it is. So it's just going to depend on what resource and what is available for that resource. So if I click on this top one, which is text, it's going to look a lot like the Arcadia Weekly, where I can browse by issues. And if I click on today's date, it's going to take me into the full text resource for today's date, and everything's just linked as text. But if I head back, and instead of selecting the text-based version, if I select the second one, which is an image-based version, if I click on that, I'm able to take a look at the newspaper as a full image, and I can read the paper more similarly to what it would be physically. So it's laid out, you get the photos, you get that same sort of reading experience. So again, it just depends on what's available per resource. So just a couple quick notes about what you may or may not be able to find in this database. Occasionally, you're not going to be able to find a specific article that appeared in the print edition. That can be caused by any number of reasons, but it can include the scenario in which an article is written by a syndicated columnist or a freelance writer, and the publication may not have rights to publish that article online. Or the scenario might be that an article was updated from its original print edition and only the final version of the article is provided online. Finally, classified ads such as the personals, real estate, automotive, and job listings are not included in the database as full text. Sometimes for certain publications that have full text images like this Pasadena Star News, that content will be included, but typically it is not. In this video, we discussed what the NewsBank database is, how to access the 3 different portals from the library website, and the different types of information you will and will not find in the resource. Join us for our next video where we're going to be going over searching and browsing in NewsBank. Feel free to reach out to library staff if you have any additional questions.